Welcome to the Archotechs, a RimWorld fluid ideology series about pursuing the Archonexus. Episode 39, Impending Wealth. To briefly recap, last episode, we managed to house our Relic of Suppression in a reliquary, improving our ritual room. We started making prestige armor for our trio to match their current ranks and to also increase their protection. We manufactured some sniper rifles for mechanoids, and like the prophecy foretold, one of the mech clusters chasing Chelsea and Ferry came in and was destroyed. We have one of the helpers that we called in for backup, Grigos here, just recovering from his injuries. Speaking of recovering, Trustin, No Luck, and Slave 2 got the flu, and they too are recovering as well. We have a giant swarm of elephants surrounding our base, and that is the first thing I'm going to tackle this episode, to get rid of the ridiculous amount of elephants. I'm going to continue making packaged survival meals, just sort of assuming that these elephants are going to probably yield a considerable amount of meat if I'm lucky, with them not instantly rotting. And I'm going to have Chelsea come in on the hunt as well, because she is also a shooter and has a nice gun, so she should be able to help with this hunt task. Zleb, I'm going to unrestrict you so that you can finish these guys off, and let's start thinning the herd. Now, normally I wouldn't hunt elephants that are manhunted like this because of our rot chance, but considering how rare and infrequent it is that we get meat on the map tile, I figured it's probably worth the effort. And it seems like my efforts are paying off already, because we have at least 2 that are not rotted, which means that this is probably already worth it. Fantastic. We raffled off the baby foal that was born to Arden, and let's continue hunting. So, what are my hopes? My hopes are that we continue making plasteel armor. And by that, I mean, the armor that requires plasteel and gold, like prestige stuff. That we have Trustin and No Luck recover, and then are able to contribute to our colony wealth with their crafting skill. And then perhaps put some more time into the departing shuttle, because I think I will in fact wait. I will in fact wait the remaining time for Chelsea and Ferry to finish off that quest, which means that the prisoner eminent here, I might just take, well, at this point, 17 days and 12 days. No, I'm not going to take it. I should have taken it immediately in hindsight, but I can't go back in time. To get too close, I can use sidecasts. Plenty of sidecasts available. Oh, and another one that hasn't rotted. Yeah, this is definitely a nice hunt. I also have to remind myself that I do have an Architect leg that I have yet to install, so I'll have to get that queued up soon. Because Bunny is going to be flying with that thing. There's fun. I might need to dip into your sidecasting pool. Oh, interesting. They're not really chasing me. They're going to catch Zleb, though. Zleb fired before I was able to kite. One little torso bruise. Not going to be the end of the world. Ooh, and another one. Man, my rot chance is really not bad today. Let's see. I just need to remind myself what it is technically. So it's supposed to be Scarira instant chance. Where is that? 82%. I am definitely not sporting an 82% right now. That's great. And it seems like there's only one elephant left. So let's lift this schedule, put the slaves back to work outside, and wrap this elephant hunt up. The other thing I probably ought to do is to have a dumping stockpile for the elephants that were, in fact, killed. So here is that stockpile. It looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 19 elephants butcherable. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good indeed. Sven, at this point, what I want you to do is I want you to haul. Bunny, I want you to mine. And in 3 hours, I'm going to have Bunny hit no luck with a preach health to try to get no luck back and able-bodied. Let's also feed the slave no luck and Grigos so they don't have to get up and feed themselves. Trustin has recovered, so he is working on moving the steel mining stuff over to the plasteel mining stuff. And this ostrich ought to be taken care of. I forgot to take care of Zleb as well. Just a little bruise, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem to recover. Yeah, Trustin, you want to shoot an ostrich? Done. Stop eating my devil strand. Bunny, let's hit no luck with a preach health. No luck is at 73%. Needs tending, in fact. Which is surprising that Trustin wasn't doing it. He was just visiting. And then that means Slave 2 also needs tending. Slave 2 will be recovered very soon at 90%. And then no luck's at 74. But that preach health will definitely speed that up. When I said haul corpses, I didn't really mean these dead people, so I'm going to set up a different... Actually, forget that. I'm just going to send someone up here with Molotovs. In fact, Fairy could do it, because Fairy doesn't do anything else, so I can have her run around with Molotovs torching corpses. That's no problem at all. Sven, now that you're down for the night, let's go and install that bionic eye. This is probably going to trigger another scarification because his only scar is on that eye. And that actually brings me to a good point. I wanted to remind everybody that if you haven't voted in the poll, which will determine some of the parameters for the first Archonexus quest, please do so. You can find that poll at Rhadamant.com or alternatively on Discord. Either one will work. And I am also going to trigger the Arc leg to be installed in Bunny. I know that has 2 of our colonists out of commission, but since we just fought we just dealt with a Manhunter pack, there's probably not going to be a follow-up. That does mean that I have a spare leg that literally no one needs at the moment. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do anything with it. I'll just sell it or something. Taking a look at my wealth. We're creeping back up towards the target, which is good. Slave 2 is already recovered, and No Luck is very soon going to join as well. So Sven and Bunny, are up from their surgeries in just a second. And Sven's set to haul. So another thing I wanted to do is to not sow any of the farms out here. I want my farmers to haul the crops now. We have so many crops. And a 2-deep infestation for Bunny. Okay, so one of the ways to deal with this is to crop that door open. No luck, I know you're sick, but I'm going to have you come join me. Sven, come join me. Chelsea, come join me. Who else is close by? Zleb. Prop the door open so they don't destroy all the art that's in there, and then set ourselves up to fire on it at near maximum range, which is around here. And we should be done with this infestation pretty fast. Another thing I probably have to do is to have a dumping stockpile of bug bodies. So fresh corpses, animals, insects, so that we can take them out of that room and they don't ugly up the area. So I just hit them with a massive vertical pulse because they were all on top of one another. And now they're all puking and dizzy. Obviously, the mining room is going to become disgusting briefly. But it makes for a very effective way to deal with a large swarm. And now we just need to kill off the rest. Easy as that. Where are you guys going? Now, one could make the argument that I do have horses that could eat the bug meat. I could make kibble out of it and kibble and maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. I'll just have to make sure that insect meat is not included in any of my other meals. This kibble wouldn't be terrible to have, I suppose, given the amount of vegetables that I have. It would keep it from rotting. It's really the only reason to make kibble is when you have an excess of like hay or things like that. It's pretty much the only reason. So let's clean up this rock rubble so whoever is working in this farm doesn't have to look at all that nastiness. So the butchery here will indeed include insect corpses. And then the other thing I need to do is to go through here and make sure that any of these meal priorities don't include insect meat, which so far they don't. Pack of survival meals, and then the hoppers here are for vegetables only. So here, what I'll do is this butchery is also going to allow insect meat. So raw food, meat, insect meat, so that I can make kibble forever out of insect meat and vegetarian. And then when we make the kibble, we just drop it on the floor. Haul it away. Oh boy, there it is. Another mech cluster. So we have a psychic droner that is immediately triggered for males. We have a high shield, meaning that we cannot shell it or aerodrone salvo or any of that. This mech cluster doesn't look like a ×2 size, other than the droner, which is really annoying. I'm just sort of briefly analyzing it. I think probably the best bet is to drill a hole here and fight it. So I'm going to go and do that right now. I'm going to leave No Luck out of it because No Luck has a very poor mood. I'm also a little worried about using Bunny, but I will take my chances. So they do have some mech drop beacons, which might add some backup. But other than that, I think we'll be all set. 92% over your flu? Yeah, you don't even really need treatment. And let's bring a slave with me so that I might be able to absorb some shots that were otherwise destined for me. That's not a good place for beer. I'm not going to fix that right now, though. Not that important. So Bunny is still a little woozy, which is a little dangerous using her in this way. But it's going to be really easy to wake up these mechs, because all I need to do is shoot at the wall, and they'll pop awake. Actually, I'm only going to have Bunny shoot the wall. There you go. Now the mechs are up. They have a huge wall to prevent them from being able to easily see. And then what I need to do is to worry about the mech drop beacon. Because, yeah, we're immediately in range. I'm just going to trade shots. I don't think they're likely to hit me. And that's going to trigger a swarm of mechs, which I will deal with. My killbox maze. So let's back up. And get ready with the killbox maze, which means... Chelsea, you're going to join me? Fairy, I'm going to give you... no weapons. Never mind. I'm not going to have her join me. No luck. I need you to bring everybody's fast-firing weapons to the kill box. So you are going to load these here weapons into caravan. Actually, Fairy, grab the shotgun, and you could join me as well. So they have a ton of lancers, which are really easy to kill with the kill box here. And then some scythers, which are going to be more annoying, but not impossible to deal with. And Slave 2 is trying to rush through the maze here and cropping the doors open so that everybody can join us. So there we go. It is open. Now these guys will reset positions because I haven't shot at them in a while, so I'm going to pop myself back out to re-engage so that I want to remind them that I'm a threat. There we go. And I might as well, because these are only scythers, stand out here and destroy the scythers. No luck. Let's have you drop the 4 guns that people are going to swap to. And Slave 2, you're going to stay there as a target. Okay, the scythers are getting in a little close, so let's go swap guns. And I'm going to have everyone add to caravan here so that they can load up their own sniper rifles as well. So that I'm not leaving guns on the ground, because leaving guns on the ground is a little dangerous. It could encourage slave rebellions. I don't think it would, but it could. What I want to do is I want to try to... Let's see here. Sleb hit the marksman command. I want to try to not use the turrets as much as I can. And then the other 2 mechanoids they have are centipedes that are Inferno centipedes, so they're really easy to neutralize. So we have a lot of lancers coming in, and I will turn on the guns for lancers, because I don't really want the lancers overwhelming us. Because they'll be shooting at us for sure. Okay. Why? Oh, bye-bye deep drill. I just realized. Yeah, so because these doors were forced open for the mech, or the bug swarm, they are going to come in here to try to smush it for the deep drill. I don't think that Buddha Man is going to be able to get over there in time, but I can always try. No, it's too late. They will, however, come into my kill box hallway. Ooh, that's fun. So let's maneuver my shooters over here and have Buddha-Man drag that Scyther down. Surprisingly enough, this isn't great. It's not what I intended, but it is working where that Scyther is not going to be able to destroy, oh, perfect, anything of import. So now it's time for the Infernos, which are probably the more annoying ones. And Buddha-Man, get ready to close that door again. So these Infernos here, let's see. What do I want to do about this? Sven, do you have a Psycast? Oh, so let's skip to Slave 2. So that they're trying to punch Slave 2 and try to just destroy it outright. Oh, and that worked. All right, Slave 2, you ready to headbutt another one? Probably like, please, no, this is awful. But it is hyper effective. And there it goes. Slave 2, you're dismissed. You've done your due diligence. Now that all is left of this mech cluster here, let's go to enemy tab, is a two Lancers and a Pikeman. Very, very easy to kill. So Bunny, you are dismissed. Sven, you are dismissed. I'm dismissing them because their moods are low and I don't need mental breaks. Fairy and Chelsea, you are also dismissed. And we are down to just 3 shooters. Let's take cover behind hard cover. And Buddha-Man, you are going to force close this door. Actually, unrestrict and just clean it up. And then once you're done cleaning, you'll walk through the door and trigger it closed. So the rest of this mech cluster is really easy to neutralize. It's not printing up anything. So all we really need is a smoke launcher, which Fairy will use, and then we'll just destroy it. So let's get into position. I really want to knock the droner out so that people's moods stop plummeting. So I'm going to get them to move early, because I can knock the droner out from the back. And here's the pikeman. Gone. Turrets are off. No problem. Alright, so for me to knock the droner out is very, very simple. I just need to punch a hole in this wall and then shoot the droner. And nothing has a line of sight on me until the droner's dead. And by the time that droner dies, I'm going to have smoke cover for everybody. Because Fairy's coming over. Actually, I'm going to wait because Fairy didn't get here quite fast enough. So Fairy is just going to put smoke so that the turrets that are behind the droner can't actually shoot me. Droner's gone. And now I take care of the rest of the... Oh! They saw me through the smoke. That was nasty. Luckily, it didn't hurt very much. Alright, there goes one charge turret. Working on the other. I don't even have Buddha-Man. I guess I can unrestrict them. I don't even have Buddha-Man inside. Like, no caution whatsoever. Come on, Barry. Lay down some smoke so we can push closer. She is dreadfully inaccurate, so she's not great at putting smoke down exactly where I want. But as long as there's some smoke, I could just move into it. Whoa! I can't tell where the smoke cloud is. Man, she's so unreliable. There we go. Now it's all done. Okay. Deconstruct. Haul the slag. Unforbid all the mechs, and we are complete. We are clear. And we no longer have a droner trying to drive us insane. The ETA on these elephants, I got still 2 days left to butcher them. That's no problem. The external temperature is a little cold. It's down to 37 Fahrenheit, so I got to keep an eye on that for the health of all my crops. I think we should be fine, but it's worth being concerned about, I suppose. This sniper rifle should not be there, because it will get destroyed, because we don't have a roof over that spot. And now it's just rearming the turrets, repairing the turrets, and that's something that Trustin can do quickly. So he's going to break down the mech cluster and then start to repair any that took damage. We can also make a low shield pack out of that shield core. Slave 2 and No Luck should no longer have high bed rest requirements. Slave 2 is just injured from the centipedes, so there's really no need to stay in bed. Bunny is back to mining gold, which will help with the armor. We still don't have the first Prestige Marine helmet done, but that's largely because we had to kill, oh, I don't know, a ballpark of 20 or so mechs. A little more. 39 mechs? Wait, more? 44 mechs? Okay, I've been busy. So, I think that's fair. Now, Sven is helping to rearm. The issue is that that was a lot of steel that we used in that shooting process, so there is a lot of more steel mining that we're probably going to need to do. And I'm going to try to prioritize Bunny to go for this deep drill over here. I also want to remove the... No, I'm not going to remove that. This is all the dirt that would have been dragged in had we not had it. Really? Really, you two? For real. You just had to punch one another. Bunny is not known to be a gentle spirit. Okay. That is a lot of herbal meds. And a Prestige Masterwork helmet. I also want to get some capes. One of the benefits of the capes is it has the same stats as a duster, but it satisfies the need for royal clothing. So I'm going to do 3 Thrumbo for capes made by Trustin. And Sven is sporting that glorious high armor helmet. That's wonderful. Have him dye it properly. What a crisis of belief for you. Oh, advanced starvation. Yeah, let's feed you. The very least I could do. It's my bad. I'm supposed to get reputation for treating him well, and I nearly starve him to death. Just RimWorld things. Something else that I could do in here is to put a little stockpile of steel here to make it easier to rearm. So let's do steel. Higher priority than the raw resources, so that would be preferred. And then it will be easier to rearm more quickly. For us to start working on our wealth, No Luck, I'm going to put you back to art. So let's see if there's still a few turrets that are partial barrel durability, but nothing all that concerning. We've done a pretty good job of cleaning that up. My lord, is that a lot of packets of almond meals. So let's start hauling this to where they belong. I feel like this slave here has just making pack of survival meals full-time for days on end, which I do think is true. And Bunny now has an excellent prestige helmet. So let's dye that as well. Looking good. Now we just need one left for Trustin, and that means a little bit more gold from all of this gold mining. Does cost a hefty sum. Guess we never patched up Slave 2. That seems really easy to do. You're done. Get out of bed. I guess you're just sleeping. Alright. Are you capable of walking? Could you leave? Yeah, there we go. Get him out of here. Although he's still starving. That's not great. Probably should have fed him first. But get him out of here for the reputation. Bonnie keeps prioritizing the plasteel drill over the gold one, so I'm going to turn off these here so that she can't mine in that spot. And let's force this limestone door open so she doesn't have to pass through 2 doors. So some of these... Oh man, let me pause this. Ooh, new masterwork. Still don't have that legendary that would trigger the best possible psi focus gain rate. But it'll happen. So here's the last Pristine Marie's helmet. Almost done. There it is. Unfortunately, it's only excellent, but I'm going to have Trustin Force wear it on and go to Royal Clothing now that he's a proper Royal. So now we just need the capes. We don't necessarily need capes. The pristine recon armor might be better than the capes, but I want capes as an alternative. Taking a look at my wealth here, we are as high wealth as we've ever been. We're only 16k away from the threshold now. So this butcher creature should include insects. That was a problem that I had. And then Bunny, I'm going to have you butcher them. Actually, I'm going to fix that. So the butcher creature here is going to be different. This is going to be a different butcher creature, and this butcher creature is going to be for insects only. And I'm going to just drop the meat on the floor because the meat probably shouldn't move from this spot. And that way we can make kibble more easily. Perfect. Do have an eclipse. I'll have to keep an eye on my power levels, making sure that they stay up. And relation with the Empire of the Moon has gone up because Grigos has left healthy. I'm going to expand the butcher stockpile because there's some elephants that have yet to be butchered, and if I don't do that, they will rot, which is a waste of elephant. So what kind of timer do I have on these guys? 1 hour. Okay, I let them rot. There's no way that I can butcher this thing in... No, I can butcher that in 1 hour. Slave 2, are you nearby? Yeah. Butcher the elephant before it rots. Just that first one can't be recovered, but the others can. And if I take a look out here, there are some emu that are probably eating my corn, so I'm gonna go hunt them. I'm also gonna forbid all these bodies because I don't want my corpse haulers to haul them to this stockpile here, which was for the rotted elephants. Oh! Zleb couldn't land enough fatal shots in time. It's no worry. Gain a little bit of distance and then finish the job. It's almost as fast as me, though. There we go. Hopefully next time you do a little bit better. So, for components, I'm going to suspend that and work my way up to 30 because we just need to haul it in place. And now Trustin is making slave clothing, I think, out of the cloth. Zleb, you did it again. Can't let them get that close. No hugs. All right, so Fairy is idle. I'm going to give you Molotov cocktails, and you're going to help me with my corpse situation, just cleaning up the map tile just a little bit. Because these guests here are here for another week, and they don't do any other work other than basically combat. So I might as well use them for this. Plus, her shooting skill is so miserable that, you know, she can't even really use for combat. Now, she doesn't share our ideology, so that means that these corpses do bother her a little bit. All the more reason to get rid of them, in case, well, in case I have to have them in a zone. Why is Slave 2 exhausted? Oh, you've just been making kibble this whole time. Here, switch with Slave 1. Guest unhappy. Yeah, I'm fixing that. There you go. Go make yourself happy. For a second, I thought that was, Thrumbo for... So, Trustin has decided to wear the Thrumbo for cape over the Prestige armor. And Noluk's wearing the Prestige armor, which I'm kind of okay with. Uh-oh. Bunny. Into the pleasure pod. There's a high psychic droner for females, which would drive Bunny literally insane. So, I'm not going to take any chances and just preemptively toss her into the pod there. For smelting weapons, I'm going to allow all melee weapons that I have here, other than Plasma, Mono, Zeus, to be smelted down, so that we can start clearing out some of the garbage that is in our stockpile. And that means... Ooh, Masterwork, nice. That means we'll get that rolling in a minute. So there's all the capes that we wanted. There must be a spare cape. Yep, here is the spare cape. So, Sven, looks like you need, no, I guess you're fine. Yeah, their needs for, yeah, all their needs are now met, which is good. A little worried about Sperry and Chelsea during the Psychic Droner, but there's not much else I can do to them. It's not like I can biotune them, so the best I could do is keep Bunny's mood from infecting them with her harmonizer. So that's why I spent no time, wasted no time and tossed her in a pod. And most of those corpses on the map tile now are dealt with. There's just a few corpses left. Unfortunately, one of them is a human corpse, which would disturb my guests, but I'll remedy that soon. So Sven, let's get your styles changed. favorite color. And let's deal with those corpses. All right, looking good. Looking pretty good. So all this kibble here is if I happen to have some sort of shortage. Wow, look at all the insect meat that I managed to butcher, though. That's a lot of insect meat. And there's still a little bit more, looks like. Fantastic. Little production command. The art recently hasn't been that nice, just excellent. Still no legendaries. I think what I'm going to do is to open up non-royals to Prestige Recon. Because I have some spare Prestige Recon and maybe Manola would want to wear that. The Prestige armor that she's... Oh, there we go. Finally, we have a legendary. So this legendary is going to be an anchor point for the meditation spots. To maximize the speed at which we get Psi Focus Regain up here. So that is awesome. And I'll read this art in just a second. So with a legendary and 8 more large sculptures, you get the absolute fastest Psi cast or Psi Focus rate regain possible in the game, which is phenomenal. So I will show you that once someone is praying. Setting our armor to IDEO colors. And a food binge. That's okay. I can live with that. Probably going to eat the lavish meals, and I don't have a lot of meat, but that's all right. All right, let's have Trustin change his colorings around too. Of course, right when I want to demo the wonderful Psycast rate, nobody is meditating. Just my luck. And then, Mr. Sven, I know this task is far beneath you, but the base is disgusting, so if you would sweep for me, that would be terrific. Our wealth is just 8,000 away from the wealth requirement for the Archonexus, so if you haven't voted in that poll yet, Rhadamant.com or Discord, vote quick, because we're getting there very, very fast. With all the Devil Strand that is harvestable already, it's really only a matter of time. Possibly next episode. Because, well, friends, I am out of time. Thank you for tuning in to episode 39 of the Archotechs, Impending Wealth. If you have any feedback or questions for me, please let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to participate in the poll, which will determine some of the parameters for the Archonexus and the Archotechs, please consider either checking out Rhadamant.com or joining the Discord server. Links can be found in the description of the video. I will catch you next episode. Farewell, everybody.